Hi guys, so I'm back with just a quick update video today regarding WWE. So yesterday, well, this is kind of breaking news coming from yesterday, WWE have announced the release of about 15 different wrestlers, which just comes as quite a bit of a shock, a big string of releases from the company, which is always very sad to see. So I'm just on What Culture right now, and this is what it says. So it's reported that no less than 15 wrestlers have been released from their contracts during a whirlwind evening of emotional social media posts. Support from those who've been familiar with WWE before, and feedback from fans who were particularly surprised by a handful of the names included. So the full list of wrestlers that have been let go is Braun Strowman, Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne, Jakara Jackson, Wolfgang, Joe Coffey, and Mark Coffey, thus ending Gallus. Aura Mensel and Javier Barnell. I don't know who some of them are, but so this is what it says. So Strowman, Baszler, and Dakota Kai are definitely the highest profile releases. Braun Strowman had recently been a regular opponent for a Mega Push recipient and new US champion Jacob Fatu. Yep. Together, the pair worked a series of matches on TV and other specials like Saturday Night Main Event. Strowman and Fatu had visible chemistry as enemies, and most of their matches were very well received. Yeah, they were. Meanwhile, Shayna Baszler had been in a tag team with Zoe Stark. They'd come together as part of the Pure Fusion Collective, headed up by fellow releasee Sonya Deville, who obviously got let go last year. Deville was also she was released in February, but yeah, Baszler and Stark continued as a duo. Many fans were left stunned by the news filtering through that Dakota Kai had been let go. Braun was a big enough surprise, but Dakota Kai seems to have the definite upside and bright future in the women's division. She'd been a key part of the old Damage Control stable alongside the likes of Bayley, Io Sky, Asuka, and Kairi Sane, and she had recently been in the mix for the women's Intercontinental title. Most reasoned that it was only a matter of time before Triple H's writing team came through for Dakota and turned her into a focal point on TV. That could still happen in the future if she ever returns to WWE, but apparently it wasn't on the cards for this run. Fellow female stars such as Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade also raised some eyebrows. Both have been heavily involved on NXT programming for years, and it looked likely that they'd snare respective main roster berths someday. Meanwhile, Fightful noted that some in NXT's system knew that Jakara Jackson was on the way out due to his split from regular partner Lash Legend. It's understood that most of the developmental crew cut loose will have a 30-day non-complete course to contend with. As usual, they were paid for the time period, blah, 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 blah. Wrestling fans worldwide will surely come together with these men and women and wish them all the very best. And yeah, and Strowman, Baszler and Kai, Chance and Carter, I think, have got 3 months to digest their departures until they can go and work for another wrestling company. So, yeah. It's never nice, is it, seeing wrestlers get released? I've done several of these videos throughout the years. I think the big two for me is probably Braun Strowman and Shayna Baszler. Sad to see Braun Strowman go. This is the second time he'll have been released now in 4 years. He got released back in 2021, didn't he? And he only recently had a match, didn't he? Like 2 weeks ago, something like that, with teaming up with LA Knight, going up against Fatu and Solo. So it's sad to see him go after just 2 weeks, wrestling 2 weeks ago. Shayna Baszler, I think the writing was on the wall for her. You know, she's been criminally underused for years. You know, she was an absolute monster in NXT, former 2-time NXT Women's Champion, wasn't she? But she just never really got that push in the main roster. When she won the Women's Elimination Chamber in 2020 to face Becky, but then she lost to Becky at the Lockdown Mania. She just never ever really recovered from that. And she should have got a big push when she beat Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam back in 2023. In that weird MMA rules match, and she never really got a push after that either. I know she had 1 or 2 tag team title runs with Nia Jax, but yeah, Shayna Baszler was criminally underused, and where she'll go, I don't know, maybe AEW, TNA, we'll see. Braun Strowman, I'm sure he'll be fine, you know, but it just sucked to see him go. I was hoping Braun Strowman would stick around. Yeah, he has been more of a supporting mid-carder since he came back. He's never really had the main event push that he did when his first run in the company, you know, when he was Universal Champion for a few months back in 2020, and a former IC champion as well, and former tag team champion. And I know Dakota Kai will hurt some people. I was never really a big Dakota Kai fan, but I a lot of fans did like her, and I saw her like a big future star in the women's division, but not to be, sadly. She's only younger, so she may come back in a few years' time. We have seen wrestlers come back after a few years in the Indies or a few years at AEW and they come back. I mean, look at we've had quite a few people now coming from AEW, haven't we? You know, Aleister Black's back, Rusev's back, stuff like that. So it's disappointing to see. And another one that does hurt. There's quite a few NXT talent that have gone. Cora Jade, I know a lot of people had her pegged as a big future star, so that's quite a big surprising one. Gigi Dolan, she's been around in NXT for yonks, and I really thought she was going to be getting a main roster call-up soon. Wasn't she in that group with Paige a while back, Fatal Attraction? So that's surprising to see her go. But one that really upsets me is Wolfgang. All three of them are gone. Well, sorry, not Wolfgang. Gallus, Wolfgang, Joe Coffey, and Mark Coffey. I loved those three. Those three were so good in NXT UK, especially Joe Coffey. That guy's just brutal. Like his wrestling style's so good, and to see them gone, I really wanted to see will Gallus get a main roster push? But they were on NXT for a little bit, weren't they? Obviously, they had a good run in NXT UK, but I liked them as a triple act as Gallus. I keep saying Wolfgang, but I liked Wolfgang too, and Mark Coffey was good as well. So that one does sting, but I'm sure they're going to go off. Probably go to AEW, I think. But that's a shame, because I really did want to see Gallus get a main roster push when it's not going to happen. So yeah, guys, just a quick video. Yeah, it's disappointing to see. But I say Braun Strowman and Shayna Baszler are probably the two biggest for me. But what about you guys? And Gallus, of course. It's really sad to see Gallus get given their release. So guys, just a quick video. What are your thoughts on these releases? It's always a bit, isn't it? But yeah, comment below. Let me know. I'll be back with Callum and Sab in a few days' time for our Backlash prediction video. So until then, guys, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you all and see you all very soon. Bye.